Hello, Audio Marks, coming to you from the Sachem Public Library. Welcome to the Marks for Life podcast with your hosts, Jimmy and CJ, two casuals turned Marks wrestling fans, to give you a direct line to all things in the squared circle. Enter the ring at your own risk. We pull no punches, we hit hard, and we will slam you with all the info you need to know. So, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? I said!
And we're back.
Hi, guys. Did you miss us?
I know we did.
Yes.
Welcome back to Marks for Life podcast. I am one of your hosts, Jimmy.
And I am your host, CJ, looking to reclaim his next championship this Sunday at Hell in a Cell.
No, I'm planning to keep it with me.
You have
Mine.
not had a successful title defense.
It's mine.
You are the
it.
Sasha Banks of this podcast.
Shut up. Anyway, this week on the podcast, we're going to discuss our predictions of what's going to happen this weekend at Hell in a Cell. Ooh, there's going to be some good matches on this. I think there are, at least.
It's going to have some good matches. It's just feeling so meh. It's just so meh. The build is meh.
SmackDown did not do a good job for Hell in a Cell this year.
Meh.
They really didn't. But the card is absolutely fantastic, and I can't wait to see it.
It's definitely going to be one of the interesting ones to see how it goes. We have a lot of SummerSlam revisiting, so on and so forth. I'm trying to think. So, what's up, man?
Jumping smooth transition into how we're doing for this week. We're doing pretty well. I got some papers and tests back from classes that I've taken throughout the week, and I thought I did terrible at them, but it turns out I did really well, so it just goes to show that laziness actually does produce really good stuff.
Wow, I'm on the opposite spectrum. I thought I did really well, and I got C's.
Exactly.
And I didn't study, so don't take us as
No, we're
not role
workers.
models. We're not role models.
No, we're hard workers. We work really hard on this podcast, just not on our regular, everyday life.
I don't work hard on this podcast. I barely work hard at all. I barely work. I survive.
But other than that, my brother's wedding is this weekend. So
when is it? And
it's officially Sunday. So I am actually missing watching the pay-per-view in real time.
Yes.
So there is not going to be any viewing parties, my friends. I apologize for that.
That's fine.
That's
so
fine.
wait, what are you doing? Are you leaving tomorrow to go there? Or
Yeah, we're leaving tomorrow.
What time? Tomorrow morning? Or
tomorrow. It's tomorrow morning because there's a rehearsal dinner, at 6 or something like that.
Oh, okay.
It's up in Nyack, so it's not a far drive, but we do have to get there early, get into a hotel, and then there's early rehearsal stuff, dinner, probably something for the bridal party and the groom's party and stuff like that.
Fun.
And then Sunday is the actual wedding, which is going to be fun. I'm excited. I'm very happy for my brother and his soon-to-be wife, who's going to be joining our crazy family. I'm sorry, Jess, for you making that bold choice, but you're the one who's marrying Mike, so
Oh yeah, he's the guy that actually listens to the podcast.
Yes, my brother does.
Oh, shout out, man! Congratulations.
Wait, hold on. There you go. What?
Hey, guys. You want to know what you guys just did?
You just made the list.
Of marriage.
You're such a dork.
I wanted to throw that one in there.
Yeah, I know you did. Anyway, let's take it to break, and we'll start with our reviews for the week.
Sweet. Hello, Audio Marks. I'm here to talk to you about Patreon. Patreon is a website dedicated to giving more power to the content creator and their patrons who support them. By giving them an avenue of direct support, these creators can create any kind of art with Patreon. Music, drawings, videos, and yes, podcasts. There's no middleman. So please head over to our page on Patreon, Marks for Life Podcast, to support us with a $2 donation. With this donation, you can get all of our podcasts on our page, and you can get a special shout out from ourselves, Jimmy and CJ. Or you could just do the regular $1 donation just to support the podcast. Now back to the show, Audio Marks. Thank you very much.
And we're back with this week's in WWE and other wrestling news.
But first off, let's just have a moment to appreciate how well I sound in all of our ads.
Please stop it. You're the brain
Moment
junior.
of silence.
All right, let's just kick it off.
Silence.
Okay, stop up.
You're
Stop it.
welcome.
Get out of here.
Come on, Sandow reference.
Yes, I know. Just stop.
Ah, man.
Anyway, we're going to kick it off to this week's reviews and news. One of the biggest news things that happened very early in the week is the official.
Official?
Official. The official news that Billy Corgan has officially acquired the NWA.
Now, is this official?
This is official.
Okay.
After his whole falling out with TNA Impact, or whatever you want to call it these days, Global Force, he had set forth to acquire the NWA, which I think is going to really change, especially considering how, creatively speaking, Billy has been very good when his time in Impact. You know, the creation of the Grand Prix, what was it, the Grand Prix title ship? That's like that. It's like a hybrid title.
Oh, that MMA title thing,
yeah,
right?
the MMA title at Impact. And also allowing Matt Hardy to do his broken gimmick.
Yeah.
So I think that, creatively speaking, this is going to be good for the NWA. How this is going to react to, I don't know, the independent circuit and how influential that's going to be, I don't know. Sorry, we're getting a whole bunch of feedback. We had this problem earlier.
We have that problem a good amount of times, but, you know, free equipment.
Anyway, I think this is a very positive thing, and I'm actually pretty excited for what Billy's going to be doing with the NWA. I mean, the NWA for most of wrestling history has been like the pinnacle. You know, it was the WWE before WWE, and now it became what's a polite way of saying it? The shits. I guess it's not a polite way of saying it, but there's no other way.
Dude, what is our rating?
It's we have an expletive rating on here.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, we just
Thank God! Oh my God, I can curse finally. I've been holding this in for how many episodes has this been?
But you've cursed it plenty of times on here, but
I haven't dropped any F-bombs.
We still need to like tone it down. Just calm. It's still anyway. NWA's been the shits for a very long time. Their championship is not even the real championship at this point, and who knows? Maybe they can work out a relationship with WWE and maybe do another like Evolve kind of setting for it.
Well, I just looked at the roster because I wasn't as familiar with the NWA that Corgan was purchasing at this time. Some of the names on here that are part of the current roster, you have Candice LeRae, who's currently part of the NWA roster, Deuce from Deuce and Domino, 2006 WWE. Let's see, we have Joey Ryan, Kia Stevens, who's known as Karma or Awesome Kong.
Who's also part of Glow. You
have Mason Andrews, who was Mason Ryan in the WWE. You have Psychosis. So he has some people to work with that. I'm just very curious. Do you think that he's gonna get like a television deal or try and work on that first, like a small television network? Or,
I mean, well, I think it's better that he focuses more on internet, just because that's the medium of like today's generation, and especially if he wants to get young people, that's where you really need to go. As far as TV deals, I mean, who's really gonna put more wrestling on TV? I mean, Anthem is thinking about dropping Impact again.
Yeah, I did hear about that. That kind of sucks, but you know, I feel like that it should go towards network, like
I mean, yeah, it
like
should
Hulu
go on
or Netflix. Like what Lucha Underground has with Netflix is a great deal. WWE Network, in addition to having the network, they have Hulu.
Well, I think if Hulu wants to be in that market for wrestling, it should take like a small indie promotion and then give it to someone of name recognition, like Billy Corgan. Because, I mean, if you really put it, who really knows Gabe Sapolsky of Evolve? I think only wrestling people know who that is. Yeah. Billy Corgan at least has some mainstream appeal.
Yeah, Smashing Pumpkins, but how relevant have they been in the past decade?
Don't hate on the Pumpkins.
I'm not hating.
The Pumpkins are boss.
I'm just saying, you know.
I mean, it's more than Gabe Sapolsky. That's really all I'm saying. And plus, if it's on Hulu, that's usually like the alternative of television, and more people that are cutting cable these days probably know more about alternative things and alternative music. So I'm not saying it's like perfect. I don't have any real statistics to support that, but I would like to believe that.
I think Corgan's going to do something good with NWA, especially because doesn't NWA have a partnership with NJPW?
Yes, they do.
So that's going to be interesting too, because not only will he have access to NWA stars such as Awesome Kong and Joey Ryan and Deuce and Candice LeRae, he'll have access to NJPW stars such as, Kazuchika Okada, the Bullet Club, Tanahashi,
Kenny Omega, the
no,
Bullet
no,
Club.
no. He's part of the Bullet Club. I just lumped them all together. Oh
Lumped
my
all-
god, I'm so mad. I forgot his name.
Ishii, there's Shibata if he comes back.
No, not them too. Damn, I'm so mad.
Describe it. Maybe I can figure it out.
The winner of the G1 Climax of 2017.
Naito.
There we go, Naito.
See, I know. How come I know more about Japanese wrestlers' names than you do?
No, I had drew a blank. Like
You
I
drew a blank on Naito.
Yes, I did. I watched the anime and everything, and I forgot his name, and I'm so mad.
Anyway,
give me
we're
the-
just.
Give me the Bullet Club. I can name all of them, but
All right, let's do a quick test. Name every single member of the Bullet Club currently, right now.
currently,
And go.
okay. All right, Kenny Omega, Mac Jackson, Nick Jackson, Cody, Hangman
But
Page.
Cody who?
Both Cody Hall and Cody Rhodes. You have
Almost blanked on Cody Rhodes' name for a second.
yes, Hangman Page. You have Marty Skrull. I'm pretty. Hold on. I think that's all the. Oh, and the Guerrillas of Warfare.
Guerrillas
Tama
of Destiny.
Tonga. Oh, that's what they are. Oh, Guerrillas of Destiny. Tama Tonga, and the other dude,
His brother.
his brother, Camacho.
There we go.
Camacho, Bad Luck Fale. You have the Pimp, Yuji Nagato. Yuji, the Pimp. I know him as the Pimp. And you also have oh my god, there was one more. Give me one sec. Bone Soldier. Yeah. I probably missed a couple, but I knew a good amount.
Okay, I'll give you that. Trying to figure out the Bullet Club's name.
I don't even know. Speaking of Bullet Club,
the Young Bucks did something kind of interesting with their T-shirts, and they actually monetized their cease and desist letter that they got from WWE.
so for everyone that doesn't know, Young Bucks for the past ever have been
I wouldn't say ever, but like since they really became Bullet Club. I would say.
yes, they've been doing the DX cross chop. Been saying "suck it," saying "too sweet" in reminiscent of the Click as well as the NWO. So WWE sent a cease and desist saying, "No, this is our stuff. This is what we're doing." And then the Young Bucks turned it into a goddamn T-shirt.
And it became, within the span of like a day or two, became the #1 best-selling T-shirt on ProWrestlingTees.com.
WWE wishes they had Young Bucks on their marketing team.
Yeah, like right now, Triple H is like, Vince, we definitely need these guys right now. They just took our cease and desist legal letter and turned it into a T-shirt.
But according to Vince,
Vince McMahon likes big sweaty men. Vince McMahon.
Oh, that was a good time thing for that.
yeah, right?
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, Young Bucks are a collective of 250 pounds together.
And are still the junior heavyweight tag team champions and the Ring of Honor tag team champions.
The key word is junior heavyweight.
They're still tag team champions, and they're making a living outside of WWE as professional wrestlers. You can't really knock the Young Bucks.
I'm not knocking the Young Bucks. I'm just saying they're like 275 wet. So
I don't think we can complain. We're probably 250 like wet as well.
yo,
like,
I'm
in pounds.
I'm like 150. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I'm one.
So we get 300. You
Okay,
know,
so we're like one.
we're 20. We weigh as much as the Undertaker.
Anyway, and this also perfectly coincides with Pro Wrestling Tees opening up their first T-shirt store in Chicago.
Chi-Town, baby, Windy City.
I think that they're trying to follow kind of an Amazon kind of format because Amazon's also starting to get into a retail space.
Yeah, Amazon's been doing that for years though. Weren't they doing like a grocery store thing?
No, they
did like
they purchased Whole Foods recently, and now they're opening up their own like bookstore in the sense, and that's just stuff that they can purchase and people. So there's no like cashiers and stuff like that for that.
I know at my school they have like Amazon stores and stuff.
That might be different. I think that's within colleges, like an actual
Yeah.
physical retail space. I think that's what they're doing now.
That's gonna
But
be
now Pro
interesting.
Wrestling Tees is starting to follow suit with that and opening up their own store instead of selling their stuff at like Hot Topic.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Hot Topic's more mainstream though. I don't think.
Yeah, that
Amazon's-
is, but I mean, there's still people buying Bullet Club stuff there.
Well, Bullet
so-
Club is now in 3 separate locations. Let's be honest here. They're making more money than the WWE.
No, they're not making more money.
Merchandise wise, just
I mean, yeah, you'll see more Bullet Club T-shirts at a WWE setting than any WWE T-shirt at a independent show. If you could put it in that perspective, then yeah.
well, just look at it. They got Amazon Market, they got Hot Topic, they got Pro Wrestling Tees.
Well, yeah, that's just for putting their product, in a sellable space. I don't know about actually numbers-wise them selling more, because if that's the case, they should stop wrestling and just sell T-shirts for the rest of their lives because they're going to make more money that way.
Where's the fun in that? Speaking of fun,
Yes, go on.
oh, you don't have a bumper for it.
No, I don't.
Did you look?
No, I haven't had time. I've been busy with school, man. Anyway,
Sierra Hotel India Echo Lima Delta
Shield. Basically, they're coming back.
Woo! Oh my god, I am so excited. Yes.
I think that they're doing a good step because this is what the fall up until like Royal Rumble season should be filled with.
Oh,
Is
it's
the Miz
gonna
Taraj versus the Shield.
That's not the Miz Taraj.
Oh, what do you think it's gonna be?
Do you know what happened Monday night?
No.
So,
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're gonna talk about that, then we might as well go into our
no.
highlight reel as well.
No. So, what happens is that after Roman Reigns comes out to battle The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship, and he goes and takes out The Miz Taraj. He chairs them. Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel just beats the living crap out of them with a chair. And then after that, he loses to The Miz. And then Cesaro and Sheamus come out.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Now I
So
remember.
it's going to be The Miz and The Bar versus The Shield. It's going to be lit. It's going to be awesome.
Well, also, there's a possibility of
What?
after his dominant display over Seth Rollins on Monday Night Raw this week. You didn't see that?
I did.
It was a complete, utter domination.
What do you
of
think
Seth.
Braun's going to do? Take out The Miz and be like, yo, put me in the match?
Well, this is how I see it. So we have the tag team champions, Seth and Dean with Roman versus the IC champion Miz and the Bar for all 3 of those titles in a TLC match.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Because that would be awesome. I
That-
would love to see that.
Where does Braun come in?
Braun shows up afterwards because he wants to claim all 3 titles because he's. And he can take whatever he wants. And I think that'd be a much interesting story for Braun Strowman right now.
Braun Strowman is the tag team champions and the Intercontinental champion.
Yes. What? You're telling me you wouldn't be interested in that? Look at their smile right
No,
now.
I would love. I told you about Braun being a tag team champion last
Yes, I'm
week.
just adding the IC championship to it because
No,
it'd still be awesome.
That's too much on Braun.
Oh, come on.
No, I just want to see.
McMahon likes
Stop
big
it.
sweaty
Too many bumpers. We already exceeded our limit 5 bumpers ago. But Braun destroying everyone, it kind of leads to the question where his feud is going to be. Is it going to be with the Shield? Because the Shield looks like they're going to be feuding with the Miz Taraj to TLC and maybe even into Survivor Series.
Well, yeah, but then there's still a Raw pay-per-view afterwards, I think. Yeah, in December. That has to be something.
I don't know. The Clash of Champions hasn't been announced for either brand yet. Oh, and no, it's announced for SmackDown. After Survivor Series, it's going to be Royal Rumble. Remember we talked about this last week.
Yeah.
So,
Who knows? Maybe it might be something for just Raw, and then, we get to cherish Braun Strowman holding all 3 championships on a Monday Night Raw to cap off the end of the year.
but he needs to fight Enzo for the Cruiserweight Championship.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We'll talk about that amazing segment later.
But, who would you like to see Braun feud against? Like, would you like to see him versus all members of the Shield?
Yes, absolutely. Why not?
Okay, just making sure.
Because because we've had amazing we've had amazing matches with him and Roman for a while, and I had to barely take an ambulance to take him down.
Yeah.
And even then it still didn't take him down.
What if we had something with, it's the 3 members of the Shield, and they're under the Freebird rule,
Yeah, I would love.
And
oh,
they're
God,
going
I would
to-
love that.
But like all three of them, it's a 3-on-1 handicap match for the Raw Tag Team Championships against Braun Strowman. Because I feel like Miz needs the IC title,
Yeah, I do.
or the IC title needs Miz. Let me put it that way. It needs Miz.
Yes, I agree with that. So I think moving forward, it's definitely going to be Miz, Taraj, and Shield for right now.
Yes.
And then possibly after Survivor Series, going to be something with Braun Strowman. That's my opinion. I don't know.
I
but
would enjoy that, unless of course we get something else that I would very much enjoy.
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I want Braun versus Bray. Speaking of Bray,
Wow, what did you think about what happened on Raw? So to lay out some groundwork, there was a promo of Finn Balor basically calling out Bray Wyatt for everything. And then Bray Wyatt goes on the Titantron giving out his promo saying that Sister Abigail is basically coming, or Sister Abigail is alive. And then as like the promo's ending, it kind of creepily turning his face into some sort of demonic figure. And it seems to appear that Sister Abigail is going to be portrayed by Bray Wyatt. Or Sister Abigail is Bray Wyatt.
That's the plan.
How do you feel about that?
I don't like it.
You didn't like it? You didn't think it was creepy? And because I enjoyed watching that promo. And
I don't.
Even the creepiness
I don't
afterwards.
like how they're going to do it. I don't like that they're going to make him
A female.
no an alter ego. I don't like that alter ego thing.
Well,
At
what
least
if
with
it's like
him.
a crazy? What if like because he's like the cult leader and everything like that? It's like a crazy kind of demon, like inside mental thing,
only
and
wa-
then like it kind of comes out into like this creepy figure into that. Because there is a story to be told with that. I'm with you, and I'd rather be a physical person being Sister Abigail. Which is also kind of why I had this other dueling opinion about who Sister Abigail, if it was going to be a real person, who would that
Sage
be?
Beckett from the Mae Young Classic.
Well, that was your opinion. I had another one, and I was trying to like really listen carefully to the female voices of it, and I have this weird opinion that it could be Paige.
Nah, I don't think it. Nah, because Paige has too much of history to be Sister Abigail.
Well, no, but she could come out in her own figure and everything like that, and just portray Sister Abigail.
I don't know. I don't like it. Not to say I won't give it a shot, but I'm very skeptical of it. Because it's like it'll be like the Demon versus Sister Abigail. I don't know how to feel about that.
That sounds amazing, though.
That sounds weird as hell.
I mean, what's the main criticism though about this, in your opinion?
The main criticism is that it's going to really hurt Bray Wyatt's character. I feel like it's going to hurt Bray Wyatt's character.
Bray Wyatt's character has been hurt since his debut. Let's put that in perspective.
I know, but I feel
he lost the WWE Championship at WrestleMania to Randy Orton. You can't really go lower than that, unfortunately.
Well, you could lose it to Jinder.
Well, that still doesn't hurt Randy Orton, but
with Sister Abigail, it's like with Bray, I think that he really can't afford to take much more credibility hits. So this Sister Abigail thing, it needs to work.
Okay,
It has to work.
okay. So here's my question now: how would you make it work?
You know the movie Psycho?
Yes.
Like that.
Ah, okay.
It would have to be something like that, where it legitimately has to be a split personality. It can't be like
I think that's what they're kind of doing, though, because that's the whole reason for Balor and the demons. Because when he puts on the paint, he becomes the demon.
Well,
that's what they're portraying. I mean,
what they're portraying with Balor is that it's not that he becomes a different person. It's more like
well, he does become a different person.
he taps into like his inner demon. That's how I see it. That he taps into it and he just gains power. It's not that he's really changing. It's just he's becoming unrestricted. Sister Abigail needs to be something like, how do I put it?
like from Split.
Yeah,
Something like that, where it's just like a complete split personality, just straight.
Complete split. Complete.
I mean, how different should it be, though?
I don't know. But I feel like that is the only way to do it. Because
I mean,
Bray Wyatt is such a defined cult leader character. The Sister Abigail, it has to be something. I don't know.
I mean, we still have plenty of time to really divulge into what this character could be. I have genuine hopes that this could be good, and it will actually cap off this whole Bray and Balor feud.
I want Bray.
Bray needs to win. Bray needs to win though. But let's say that they actually do a 180 on this and it actually turns into a separate character. In my opinion, once Bray and Balor is done, Balor kind of gets like carried off and saved by the other members of the club, and then they start doing that thing. And then Sister Abigail and Bray start recruiting more people for the Wyatt family again. And the first person that they pick is Braun Strowman. And that, to me, would be pretty interesting.
You know what I realized? We forgot about the Bullet Club against Roman Reigns. And
I mean, yeah, that's a possibility, but that's probably not going to happen until like post-Mania.
probably.
Well, that's if they keep. That's even if they stay together that long. We have no idea.
Probably.
But
I don't know. I'm not hopeful about this Sister Abigail thing.
I don't know. I'm remaining a positive skeptic on it. So I'm just like one-upping you, and like I think that this is still going to be good. But
Yeah.
I will maintain the healthy skepticism that we're such accustomed to what we do here at Marks for Life. Anyway, let's move on to, in my opinion, the best segment on Monday Night Raw, which was Enzo roasting the Cruiserweight division in some of the best comebacks I've ever heard in quite a long time. What is your opinion on it?
This is the Enzo that the division needs.
Yes, everything. Oh,
This
God.
is the Enzo that, it should have been. Because it just works for him so well. He's so obnoxious and he's so witty that this is the way. This is how he has to go.
Oh my God. What's your favorite comeback that he did so far? So to lay out the groundwork, Enzo comes out and delivers a promo about, how the 205 Live was nothing without him. I don't know, when hearing it to you, I was like thinking back when we did the Bobby the Brain Heenan stuff. And it's like, wow, there's a lot of real Bobby the Brain Heenan things going on with Enzo right now. And it's like, oh, like I generally hate him, but I love him at the same time.
I liked how he called, what was it? He called freaking Arya Daivari Persian Drake. And I liked it when he called TJP, he asked TJP where his ID was. And I'm like, what?
My favorite one was when he was making fun of Tony Nese by saying he has more abs than brains, you schmuck. and Cedric Alexander, are you wearing a surfing shirt? What is that, a schmedium? You schmuck. Literally, they need to stop making the soft t-shirts and then just make it schmuck. And that would be the number one selling thing for WWE is schmuck t-shirts.
There's only one word to describe you, and I'm going to spell it out for you. S-Sh-M-U-C-K. Schmuck.
See, it works so well. Oh, God, but it was fantastic. But then putting into another clause that he got from Kurt Angle saying if any cruiserweight hurts him that Monday Night Raw, they kiss their jobs goodbye. And lo and behold, Kurt Angle comes out, agrees with everything he said, and then introduces a new person to the equation in Kalisto.
Lucha. This is going to be lit. This is going to be awesome.
They gave him a new look, and I really liked it.
He's like a superhero.
He looks like a dragon.
He looks like Drago.
He looks like a mix between Drago, Rey Mysterio, and it looks really well. Like, I like his new look.
He looks pretty scary. I'm very curious to see how Salida del Sol matches up against
Kicking
Schmuck.
in the ball.
Schmuck.
I mean,
Schmuck sandwich. I don't know. Schmuckers. Schmuckers jelly. I don't know.
Okay, you need to stop because you're going into a line right now and probably not helping. But I have a question to ask you. Since Enzo became the Cruiserweight champion, have you checked out 205 Live
Nope.
at all? Are you
Nope.
curious about it?
Not really.
Because after that Tuesday on SmackDown, I actually took a look at it, and it was actually pretty good. Shockingly. There's some interesting storylines kind of going on with, the PowerPoint presentation of Drew Gulak. It's like
I heard about that. I heard that was really good.
with the no chance and everything like that, no fly zone. And I think his character is interesting. I like Drew Gulak's character.
He just needs to win.
Yeah, that's true. But I think being on 205 Live right now is not helping. But
I just don't like the hour it's at, and I don't.
the 10 to 11, it's actually perfect for people who just like cruiserweight wrestling because those are usually people that are our age.
Yeah, I know, but I wish it was like later on, like on a Wednesday.
Well, you mean like after
NXT, yeah. Stop it.
Sorry, more feedback.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Oh, just leave it.
Anyway, but there's some other interesting things. Apparently, Jack Gallagher is now a heel.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Teaming up with.
He's fighting in a suit.
I kind of like it.
Yes.
Also, teaming up with the hobo that is the Brian Kendrick.
Brian Kendrick is a god.
Oh
even
God,
though-
he is amazing. He's absolutely perfect for that.
But real question: when's Cedric Alexander gonna challenge for the Cruiserweight Championship against Neville?
I don't know. After he takes off that medium surfer shirt, I don't know.
So where does this leave Neville?
I honestly have no idea
Because
he's still
Kalisto
in-
kind of pushed him out of the way.
Well, yeah, but I think this is going to be good for Kalisto because I think that if they didn't do the Enzo thing and we had like a perfect year-long streak of Neville being the champion, Kalisto, in my opinion, would have been the perfect person to go up against Neville to take away that spot. But I don't know. I mean, I think they're still trying to figure everything out with that, but I think they have the draw, which is Enzo, essentially.
Yes.
And they basically picked the perfect babyface to go against him.
Yes.
So whenever his matches are going to be on like a pay-per-view, people are going to watch.
So I have a question for you. Is Neville gonna be the Braun Strowman of the 205 Live division? Can we just see him go on a tear and just beat the living hell out of every cruiserweight until he gets his rematch?
Yes, because I want him starting from the bottom, which is basically beating up Lince Dorado and then working his way up to basically destroying everyone and then getting back to his title. Which, yes, that's what they need to do with Neville. Make him the Braun Strowman of the cruiserweights.
That's fine.
All right. Now let's move on to something that
The final topic before our Hell in a Cell predictions
they're bringing back War Games officially.
for NXT, and I am so hyped.
Oh my God.
Do you want to know what the match is going to be?
I kind of heard a little bit, but go on with the match card.
So, it's going to be Sanity, which is Killian Dane, Alexander Wolf, and Eric Young, the NXT Tag Team Champions, versus the Undisputed Era, Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly versus the Authors of Pain, Razor and Akam, and Roderick Strong.
Ah, man, this is going to be such a heavy-hitting match. I'm curious, when they announced this, did you look back at any War Games matches?
No.
Okay, so I actually did. I saw the 92, which was the Dangerous Alliance versus the Sting Squadron?
I heard that. Wasn't that a 5-star?
Oh, it was amazing. Oh, my God. So let me give you that. On the Dangerous Alliance, you have, along with Paulie Dangerous, who's Paul Heyman and Medusa at ringside, you have Stunning Steve Austin, Rick Rude, Arn Anderson, Larry Zbyszko, who else? Beautiful Bobby. I forget what he was supposed to
Oh,
be.
beautiful Bobby Egan.
Yeah, Bobby Egan, and there was someone else, I believe. Oh, no, there's just 5.
Yeah,
so
it
it's
was-
just those 5. And then Sting Squadron was Sting, Nikita Koloff, Ricky Steamboat,
Ooh.
Barry Windham, and a pre-Goldust Dustin Rhodes, who was incredible in that match. Every single person in that was bleeding. In 92, that's something I didn't expect coming from WCW in 92. It was incredible. Steve Austin was the first to bleed.
Of course he was.
Next to Dustin Rhodes and Barry Windham, of course. And the person who looked absolutely the strongest was Rick Rude.
Yeah.
And, oh my God, just the craziest match I've ever seen. And it was awesome. War Games is probably one of my favorite matches.
I'm very excited for this. Because, this is a last-minute decision, right? The NXT War Games?
Yes, it was absolutely. I could tell by just how they announced it and everything. Because I found out through Twitter. Because whenever they announce things through Twitter, and it's basically a month in advance, it's last-minute decision, and they did the right decision.
Yeah, because the original plans was Adam Cole versus Drew McIntyre at the NXT TakeOver pay-per-view, followed by Red Dragon versus Sanity. That was the original plan.
Sorry, we're getting more feedback. We apologize, guys. Just ignore it, CJ. You just keep going with your point.
Yeah, but, they changed it so last minute, and now the NXT Championship match is actually completely different.
All right, so do we know who's going to be for the championship match?
Yes.
Okay, so who's that?
Drew McIntyre versus Andrade Cien Almas.
I'm kind of giving him like a what the hell kind of look. Why? Why would they change it like that?
Because it was originally Adam Cole, and now the Undisputed Era is now in War Games.
Well, yeah. Now I would rather see War Games.
Yeah.
Obviously. So when watching the 92 War Games, I also took pictures of the rules and stuff like that. This is how crazy the rules are. There are 9 rules.
9, okay.
There's 9 rules. All right, hold on. The first part of it is that there's 7 periods in War Games. First period is 5 minutes. All the periods are 2 minutes each. One man from each team starts for the first period. After the first period ends, a coin flip is tossed, and the winning team sends in the second person. After the second 2-on-1 period ends, other team sends second man, and making War Games 2-on-2. After third period, it's
like Elimination Chamber.
essentially, except it's a coin toss, and it's just that. And then it pretty much alternates until all the members are in. Although, I think it's interesting that they're doing a 3-person War Games, like a 3-team War Games, instead of 2 5-person teams.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, the whole War Games match is basically changed, essentially.
Yeah, they're making it more modern, which is nice too. It's faction warfare.
Faction warfare. Boom. That's a name right there for an actual match instead of War Games.
I don't know.
I mean, War Games, I think, has a heritage kind of viewpoint to it, which is why some people are upset with it. Basically taking the War Games concept and putting it inside of it for just faction wrestling, which is basically what they're doing for this particular War Games, I think is awesome.
Well, we have Cody's seal of approval, so.
Yeah, that's another interesting thing.
Cody actually...
I mean, it doesn't matter who else's opinion matters. Cody Rhodes, at the end of the day, and also Dustin Rhodes.
Yeah, they're
really make up that matriarch for Dusty's legacy.
Yeah.
And if Cody and Dustin are okay with it, then I don't see why.
They weren't okay. I know Cody wasn't really okay with Starrcade, but he was okay with War Games because Triple H was running it.
He would be okay with Starrcades if he was on the card.
No, if his brother was on the card.
If his brother was on the card.
He wants his brother on the card for that, which I think they'll throw him in there.
I hope they do. Hold on. Let me just... there's 3 more rules that I forgot.
2 rings. I know that.
Well, yeah, there's 2 rings and 2 mounted cages together. And I'll go into how the cages looked in 92, and I don't know how they're going to do it with those people that you just described. But the other 3 rules are surrender, submission, only way to win, no pinfalls, countouts, or disqualifications.
So it's only submission wrestling.
Yeah, well, submission or surrender, like...
I quit.
Yeah, like I quits, I guess.
Wow, that's going to be interesting.
And there's also no disqualification, so there's no like weapons or any way to get to the weapons, but if someone like goes on top, so let's say, I don't know, at his old age, if Paul Ellsworth climbs up this like top of the cage and gives Akam and Razor a like kendo stick or something like that, that's a possibility. Or like if someone else just happens to join the Undisputed Era, like Leo Rush, who also made his debut
He didn't make his debut.
Yeah, he talked about his match with Aleister Black recently.
There wasn't a match.
Or talking about his...
Do you want to know what happened? Velveteen Dream ambushed him and then elbowed Leo Rush while saying, "Say my name, Aleister." And Aleister's just sitting there in an Indian pose, cross-legged. I'm like, Velveteen Dream, you suck.
But going back to War Games, the ring structure for War Games is interesting because it goes from not to all the way to the bottom of like the ring. It goes like to the post of like where the ring is, or
like a steel cage.
Yeah, like a regular steel cage, and then goes above like maybe 2 or 3 feet. Mm-hmm. So essentially, this is a tiny, tiny ass cage.
Yes.
Because watching War Games 92, you have Austin and Steamboat climbing, like using the top of the ring, like monkey bars, and putting hurricanranas on people. So I don't know how they're going to do that if they're going to put Razor and Akam and Killian Dane in there, who are like the 3 tallest people in that.
Well,
match.
I don't think they're going to be doing freaking like.
Well, no, but it's got to be a relatively tiny cage, relatively speaking.
Relatively.
Because, I mean, honestly, they have to, because I think that's what made War Games 92 so good. It's like such a weird design for a cage, and they're basically using it as weapons. Like Barry Windham in the very beginning of the match, takes Austin's face and rubs it against the thing, and that's how he started bleeding. Or that's how it perceived it to start bleeding. He probably bleeded, but that's besides the point. But I'm really excited for War Games, and hopefully they kind of emulate something good. Because I hope that stays like a main staple for NXT, because they haven't. The only thing that they really have as a staple is the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, which technically should have happened by now.
I think War Games is better.
Yes, I don't know. I don't know. That's a bit of a stretch.
As much as I love tag team wrestling, I feel like War Games is good right now.
Well, I mean, for the classic itself versus War Games match.
Yeah.
Well, I think what we said, was it, a couple of weeks ago with that WWE survey when they're planning on doing a tag team one, they're probably going to take away the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic and just implant it for the summer that's coming up. Maybe.
Yeah, I could see that.
And that's why they're doing War Games. Or that's a like, oh, here's a little fan service. Instead of doing a classic, we're just going to give them War Games, essentially, and create our own version of War Games. Which, thank you very much, Triple H.
Yes.
I can say for me and CJ here at Marks for Life Podcast, we very much appreciate it.
Do you want to hear the rest of the card?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so we have Cassius Ohno versus Lars Sullivan.
Okay.
We have Velveteen Dream versus Aleister Black.
Again, okay.
We have War Games. We have McIntyre versus Almas for the NXT Championship.
And then we have the Fatal 4-Way for the Women's Championship. So there's Kairi Singh. Who else is on there?
Ruby Riott.
Okay.
We have Peyton Royce.
Okay.
And my girl, Nikki Cross.
And Nikki Cross is going to be champion, essentially.
I'm praying.
Who do you really... Do you want Nikki Cross or Kairi Singh? Because I think it's going to be Nikki Cross's time. Like, it's just perfect timing for Nikki Cross.
Nikki Cross needs it.
And then technically you have... What?
Oh, and Ember Moon's in there. I forgot.
Oh, so
not
it's a
Ruby
Fatal
Riott. Not Ruby Riott.
Okay, so Fatal 4-Way, just no Ruby Riott. I would have rather had Ruby Riott, to be honest with you.
I don't know.
As much as I like Ember, I would have rather have Ruby Riott. But that's interesting. Like, if you put it in this perspective, you have, what is it? You have an Irish person and, what is it? Alexander Wolf's German or something like that?
Yes.
Then you have Drew McIntyre, who's a Scotsman. And then you could have the potential of a non-American winning the women's championship. So you have four people of different countries who held championships for a United States wrestling company. I think that's interesting.
No, it's really good the way that they're doing it and stuff. They have,
and then we get the fan service of War Games.
Yes.
I mean,
yeah, it's Ember Moon, Kairi Sane, Nikki Cross, and Peyton Royce.
All right,
come on, Nikki. Oh, I want Nikki Cross to win. Originally I wanted Kairi Sane, and now that Nikki's in it, it's like it's gotta be Nikki. It's gotta be Nikki.
Oh yeah, of course. Anyway,
hey Nikki, you're so fine. You're so fine. I want to make you mine. Hey Nikki.
No.
Stop. Anyway, we're gonna kick it off to another fake ad break, and then we're gonna discuss our Hell in a Cell predictions.
Hello there, need a good remold of that sweet old mobile home? Need an extension on one of your one wide to a double wide? Look no further than Slater's Double Wide Renovation. We give the best one-man band remodel for the price of a contract to Raw or SmackDown. We'll start with a golden spear into that old garbage heap you call at home into the perfect double wide home. Just as Beulah and her 7 kids, or is it 5? 12, Jimmy? Any? Oh, okay. Oh, well, Slater's Double Wide Renovations. Double up, baby!
And we're back.
Are we? Cool. All right. What's up? Hi.
All right, let's talk about Hell in a Cell, our predictions. So
more like Meh in a Cell.
Meh in a Cell. That's what I should name it instead.
Yes.
But Meh in a Cell. All right. Let's talk about the card. We have the Hype Bros versus Gable and Benjamin.
Which is on the kickoff show. We have the Fashion Files finale.
Hopefully it is good.
Yeah.
I really want it to be good after everything that we went through for the Fashion Files.
Yes.
I want it to be really good.
We have Dolph Ziggler versus Bobby Roode. Rusev versus Randy Orton. AJ Styles versus Baron Corbin for the United States Championship. Hell in a Cell for the Tag Team Championship. New Day versus the Usos. The Women's Championship match, Charlotte versus Natalya. And the WWE Championship match, Jinder Mahal versus Shinsuke Nakamura. And a Falls Count Anywhere Hell in a Cell match, Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens.
Okay. All right, let's break it down. We'll start with the first match for the kickoff show: Hype Bros versus Gable and Benjamin. Gable and Benjamin.
World's greatest alpha.
Yeah, absolutely. They're definitely planning to do something. Probably either a breakup or a heel turn for the Hype Bros, and losing at this kickoff show will probably jumpstart that.
Yeah. The Gable and Benjamin they have more potential. I don't know. They're cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's at least talk about the Fashion Files. I'm not gonna. There's really no predictions that we could really.
Harper and Rowan.
They definitely need it. It needs to be Harper and Rowan.
Harper and Rowan. I've been clamoring for this since Battleground.
Well, okay, but let's put it in perspective. If there's another tag team other than those two that you would really want to see, who would it be?
Authors in Pain. Authors of Pain.
I mean, it's a possibility. War Games ends the following. Oh, no, that's a different thing. My bad. I screwed up on that. My mind is still on War Games. Can you really blame me?
No.
Anyway,
Authors of Pain is the only other tag team I would like to see take out a Fashion Files. Only other team, and they're busy right now doing War Game stuff.
Yeah, so
Harper and Rowan.
it really does need to be Harper and Rowan.
Or Rusev and Aiden English, because why the hell not? Continuity's sake.
Anyway, speaking of Rusev versus Randy Orton.
Randy.
Really?
Yeah. They don't like Rusev.
No, but I'm still going with Rusev. Plus, we need to pick some sort of different continuity. Oh, we skipped Bobby Roode.
Yeah, but we went into,
we went right into Rusev and everything. So I'm picking Rusev. He's picking Randy.
If it was a last man standing match like I saw on Wiki, I would have picked Rusev.
Yeah, but that's your problem, though. You went on Wikipedia. So.
Oh, stop it. I typed all this up.
Anyway, let's backpedal a little bit. So Dolph Ziggler versus Bobby Roode.
Rude.
Yeah, Roode.
It's going to be a glorious squash match.
Squanch match?
Squanch match. Yeah, because he's Canadian. You got to say it differently.
Squanch. Gotcha.
Squanch match.
It's got to be a real Rick and Morty kind of feel to it.
Yes,
Squanch.
sir.
Anyway,
that is the potential to be a show stealer.
Yeah, but what do we do with Dolph Ziggler though? Like, I'm generally upset that Dolph is not really getting, like, he's getting stupid gimmicks after stupid gimmicks, and then he's just being put out to pasture by building up these NXT guys.
I'm mad. I'm so mad because last year there was talks of Dolph Ziggler, Jason Jordan, Chad Gable, Jack Swagger, and Shelton Benjamin all teaming up to make this this amateur wrestling stable, like a shoot wrestling stable, and it just never came to fruition because Benjamin got injured.
And they
Swagger quit. Dolph Ziggler, they stuck with him. Chad Gable and Jason Jordan were spinning there was so much potential with that, and I think it would have been so good for Dolph's character, but they didn't.
No, now we have someone who just copies and pastes, other people's wrestling entrances
but to
make fun of them.
The hype was real when he came back as The Undertaker.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, saying that we didn't mark out for that, I think it would be true injustice.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we both got Roode for that. United States Championship, AJ Styles versus Baron Corbin.
Baron.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm picking AJ because I think you're not 100% wrong, but you're wrong because of what's going to happen later on with the match. Because I think he's going to face someone else and lose the United States Championship to him because it would be better for his character.
Who do you think?
We'll get to it when we get to it.
I don't know. I think Baron Corbin should get it because he needs something.
Well, he's got heat though, so that's why he's not going to get anything.
I don't think
that's why he's
still
put out
challenging
to
for
Chip
championship
Pasture with AJ Styles.
I think Baron Corbin should get it with AJ just because AJ needs to get into the WWE title picture and take it off of Jinder.
I mean,
I think he needs.
No. So when we get to the WWE Championship,
we'll continue with that.
But let's move on to the Tag Team Championship in a Hell in a Cell.
The barn burner of the WWE, New Day rocks.
Yeah, I'm picking New Day for this one.
Sorry, Usos. I love your theme song, but New Day got it. New Day got it good.
Oh, it's either this or the women's match that are going to be matches of the night, in my opinion.
Unless you want to count, KO versus McMahon.
I think it's going to be a spot fest. It's not going to be match of the night.
I don't know. I think New Day and Usos is going to be the match of the night. I'm praying that it's all three of the New Day members versus the Usos.
Oh, I think it would be sweet if somehow they get like another person in there just
Like
for.
Rikishi.
Oh, I would. That would be it. Bring back Rikishi. That would be amazing.
Rikishi comes back and falls off the cell and runs away.
You gotta have a bunch of hay bales and a truck right there sitting for him.
For some odd reason.
No, and then if by some chance the Usos win, then they do the Too Cool theme, and then they start dancing with the titles. Then
Yes.
because obviously
And then they
that's what you do
super
with
kick
Rikishi.
Rikishi. And then you super kick Rikishi.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's like, screw you, pops.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Women's championship match. Who do you got?
Natalia,
Charlotte.
I think you're wrong.
I think we're both wrong. I think Carmella's just going to come out of nowhere.
No, my hope is that they keep to my original theory of what they're doing with the women's championship, and Carmella just forgets to cash it in, and then it's the night of the next Money in the Bank, and then does it. That'd be my hope, because that'd be funny as hell.
No, because that just means that they're not. I don't know. I feel like Charlotte.
Well, no. Here's the reason why I don't think it's Charlotte, because Starrcade is coming up, and it's going to be in North Carolina, and that's when they're probably going to do it. And then to me, that would be the smart booking decision to do.
That would be, but a better booking decision would be have Charlotte.
With the championship already.
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
Because go
One reason only. Carmella cashes in, and then the ultimate heel heat.
And
And
yeah,
then
but
you
I
have-
would rather have that at Starrcade though, because it's going to be in
that's
North
what I
Carolina.
want. That's what I'm thinking. That's what you would have at Starrcade.
Well, yeah, but that's why Natalia's going to win then.
No, like Charlotte wins, defends it at Charlotte. Everyone's celebrating and stuff. She's then the main event. Carmella cashes in while James Ellsworth is beating on Ric Flair, and then she wins the title. I'm all for heel heat. I'm all for
Yes, I know, but there's such a better story to tell with Charlotte going in as the underdog, then coming back to win it, and then losing it to Carmella at Starrcade.
I think I don't know. I feel like Charlotte. I don't know. I have a good feeling with Charlotte. They're gonna want her to come in as champion. It's like having Jinder Mahal come into India as the WWE champion. You want them on tour coming in as champion rather than them winning it as champion.
Mm-hmm.
Like you had Asuka come into the Japan tour as champion. I don't know why they had Shinsuke win it in his hometown. I don't know. And, it's in Greensboro, by the way. It's not in Charlotte. It's just in North Carolina.
It's still in North Carolina, and you're going to have a North Carolina crowd cheering for a Flair.
Oh, yeah. I think...
I think that doesn't really matter. I think that what matters is that they're going to be in North Carolina.
Yeah.
They're going to be at a WWE live event that's going to be on the network called Starrcade, and you're going to have a Flair win the championship.
I think Flair should just retain it. I think she should already have it.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the WWE Championship, which I think we have two different ones for this.
I have Jinder.
I'm putting Shinsuke.
I want Jinder just to AJ to beat him and then Shinsuke win the Rumble.
You see, this is where we differ. I want Shinsuke to win because with what's going to happen to the following one, I want Kevin Owens to face Shinsuke Nakamura for a while up until Mania, because Jinder's going to face AJ for the United States Championship, because that'd be better heel heat for Jinder to win the U.S. Championship. AJ wins the Royal Rumble, faces Shinsuke Nakamura at Mania, and then we get AJ versus Nakamura.
The only flaw in that is that there's rumors that Kevin Owens is going back to Raw.
When? Because I just
Right after Hell in a Cell.
Why? That's so stupid. No, I don't know.
No, there are plans to move him to Raw.
I don't want that to happen, though. I don't want that happening.
But I feel like Jinder's going to lose to Styles. And then Nakamura's going to win the Rumble. Because who do you want to see win the Rumble?
I want AJ Styles to win. That's who I want to see win the Royal Rumble this year.
Do you want to see Nakamura have his crowning moment at Hell in a Cell? Or at WrestleMania?
Well, they already screwed up. They already screwed up the whole Nakamura Jinder thing, winning Nakamura winning the championship already. So does it matter? No. At this point, I want Nakamura to win, be an absolute animal beast to destroy every single person that comes his way up until AJ Styles, and they have a fantastic match at Mania.
Who's Nakamura going to verse? There's only two heels on the roster. There's Baron Corbin and Jinder Mahal, and I don't think we want either of those again.
Oh, there's also Dolph Ziggler. There could be the potential for Bobby Roode to turn heel, and I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Let's just stick with Jinder until, AJ Styles comes and then takes it off.
Unless Nakamura decides to turn heel after he faces Kevin Owens. And then you actually have like a heel versus face at Mania between Styles and Nakamura.
I think Styles is going to be the heel.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's for that. And then obviously, because we kind of already gave it away, Falls Count Anywhere, Hell in a Cell, Shane O'Mac versus Kevin Owens.
First off, before we say that, what do you think of the fact that this match is a Falls Count Anywhere Hell in a Cell? Do you think that that defeats the purpose of Hell in a Cell?
A little bit, yeah.
But
I mean, this is what, Shane's second Hell in a Cell match since coming back, and probably his second one ever.
This is the second one ever, and this is his KO's second one ever.
All right. Because I don't know why they put in that Falls Count Anywhere pause. Was it because of what happened on SmackDown where they had like a falling out thing throughout the arena? I mean,
I think that it's stupid and takes away from the match.
I think it takes away from Hell in a Cell in general. It should be just a Falls Count Anywhere because I think Shane actually thrives in an environment that's Falls Count Anywhere, to be honest.
Yeah, Hell in a Cell's like...
it defeats the purpose of having Hell in a Cell. But still. Well, unless they do something where like...
They bust through the cell and stuff and then...
Well, no, like they end up on the top and actually doesn't break through and actually KO pins him on top of the cell.
That would be a nice image.
That'd be a cool spot to do. So there's that. But I think we both picked the same person. Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to really go...
It's hard to go against him.
Yeah, I mean, I think... What are they going to do if Shane wins? They'd fire Kevin Owens and then where would he go? He can't go to Raw.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, storyline purpose, they can't put him on Raw, but they are going to put him on Raw anyway, from what you're telling me.
Yeah,
it's stupid. I don't think he should.
Well, this leaves Sami Zayn to finally fight without Kevin Owens.
Yes, but do we want Sami Zayn on SmackDown, though?
Yes. Would you rather see him be eaten alive by Braun Strowman again?
I mean, it's better than what he's doing now, which is nothing.
Well, he got eaten alive by Kevin Owens. I'd rather see him get eaten alive by, like, Jinder or something.
Yeah, only Jinder. I mean...
Wait.
Unless he turns heel.
I have an idea.
Yeah, go on.
You
Long space.
Ready? Sami Zayn beats Jinder Mahal for the championship.
Oh, God.
And then challenges Shinsuke after Shinsuke wins the Rumble.
Oh, God, yes.
See, isn't it better to have Jinder? Because Jinder, you have so many more options to go with. That's the thing.
No, I understand what you're saying. I'm saying through a long storytelling perspective, it makes sense to put Jinder, the U.S. champion, be the U.S. champion because it just makes sense for his character. He does not like...
He can get it after Mania, after we do like our fun stuff. After we do the fun stuff with this.
All right.
After I get my championship back.
Okay, sure. Let's go with that.
So what are we differing on? We're differing on Rusev versus Orton, Corbin versus Styles, Natalya versus Charlotte, and Jinder versus Shinsuke.
Yeah, this one's a pretty big one.
This is pretty good. Damn.
Yeah, and I'm going to be at a wedding, so you're going to be telling me point for point, basically, who's winning and losing while this is happening. And then once the whole pay-per-view is over, I'm probably going to be a little bit drunk at this point, and then you're going to tell me that you either win or I won.
Or it's a tie.
Or, well, yeah, it could be a tie. What do we do in case of a tiebreaker?
I don't know.
Man, what are we going to do for a tiebreaker? Because we can't change our predictions.
No, we can't. I don't know. What do we do in case of a tiebreaker?
Oh, the decisions we do. The decisions. I mean, unless you want to put in... well, no, because then we both agree that it's going to be...
Harper and Rowan.
Yeah, so that doesn't make sense.
Damn. Let's just pray for not a tiebreaker.
Yeah, because I guess we'll address this on the next podcast if it's a tiebreaker. Because honestly, we have no idea. Yeah. And if you guys want to help us out, figure out how we're going to decide this.
Please email us at marksforlifepodcast@gmail.com or come to our social media pages. Facebook at Marks for Life Podcast, Twitter at Marks for Life Pod, Instagram at Marks for Life Podcast. You can contact us at any of those outlets.
Yeah, about to put out the bump out for our end of a show, so that kind of describes it. So you just said it twice.
Oh, well, you know what? It's so nice you say it twice, right?
Okay, my friend. Anyway, that's the show for this week, guys.
Have a great one.
And that's the bottom line, 'cause Stone Cold said so.
Thank you, everyone, for staying tuned to our podcast. Special shout out to the Sachem Public Library for the continued use of their equipment and space. Continue to support us by subscribing to Patreon, SoundCloud, Audio Boom, Google Play Music, and iTunes at Marks for Life Podcast. And check out our YouTube channel, Marks for Life, for all our podcasts and special content. Please follow us on our social media on Twitter at Marks for Life Pod, Instagram at Marks for Life Podcast, and our Facebook page, Marks for Life Podcast. And also email us at marksforlifepodcast@gmail.com for any questions you want to ask us. Until next time, Audio Marks.